Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 29th of May. Starting off with the S&P, which is backed off once again from the 6,000 zone. That was the old late February resistance and now become resistance in May. We're between the 6,000 zone and 5770, the old March peak. And with the RSI around 60, evenly balanced in terms of having peaked or ready to move ahead to the upside. If we do move to the upside, end of day close or end of week close above 6,000, 6,325 at the top of the broadening triangle from last year, this time last year would be the place to look for. Moving on to the Nasdaq, and here also a bit of hesitation, in this case around 21,500. What's interesting here though is that we were way above that late March peak there at 20,300. In fact, the support here well above the massive gap to the upside that we had, so around 20,800. That leaves us looking for a break of 21,500 and a move to that June 2024 resistance line projection, currently pointing to as high as 22,800, and we're looking for that by the end of next month. Moving on to the stocks, and Allied Gaming looking quite sprightly at the moment. We've overshot our target there, the top of the channel, around the $3 mark, above 3. You can see there is an upper parallel of that rising trend channel. That's basically yesterday's resistance, which was around $3.80. And end of day close above $3.80. We're looking for an acceleration to the upside. That May 2024 resistance line projection as high as $6 by the end of next month. But the key here is to stay above $3 while we try and get there. Onto a stock which I covered yesterday, and the result is that it was up 33%. The target here has been, or is, $5.60. We're looking for that while we're above the floor of the gap there, around $3.50. So a bit of wiggle room there for the bulls as they chase a yet higher target. New stock for us, which is Collplant, and here it's a sharp rebound, breaking recent resistance and the 50-day line around $2.30, above $2.60, looking for the resistance line there from September last year, as high as $4. We're not that far away from it, and obviously by the end of next month, hopefully the main resistance of $5.40 will be hit. But the key here, probably staying on the right side of $3 at a minimum, as a minimum requirement. Moving on to DDC, and here shares in a falling trend channel, but coming close to the top of the channel there. That level around $5.50, so we're looking for that over the next 24, 48 hours, while we're above the 50-day line, $3.79. Ideally, we get to the $8 area, the September-October resistance by the end of next month, but staying above that 50-day line. Difficult stock coming up now because it's obviously fallen so dramatically, but here, once we can zoom in on Microcloud's latest price action, you will see that things are starting to look a little bit more positive. The reason for saying that is we're in a broadening triangle base. Top of the triangle there, level with the 50-day line around $17.70. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above $8.90 recent resistance on the way down. Next on the list is Jiuzi, and here you can see that we've gapped above the 50-day line. Top of the channel there, $6.24, which we're hoping for over the next few sessions, maybe the next week, and obviously retesting $7 plus by the end of next month. But need to stay above that 50-day moving average at $3.91. Joby is next, and here, massive gap to the upside, above the old February resistance around $8.20. We're looking for a retest of the best levels of the year towards $10.30, and hoping for that in the next week or so, but the key is staying on the right side of $8. Stock which I think I also looked at yesterday is Livewire, and that's was or is up 55%. We hit the initial target there around $4.30. Above that, looking for a fresh leg to the upside, as high as $6.60 by the end of next month. That's obviously the main the main late 24 resistance, 2024 resistance for the shares. Ideally, we stay above yesterday's support and the right side of $3 ahead of a further move to the upside. Moving on to Monro, and here, broadening triangle base, massive gap to the upside, and I suppose it's a bear trap island reversal because we gapped down in March. Top of the triangle there up towards $19.80. We're looking for that by the end of next month while we stay above yesterday's support and recent resistance around the $16 level. On to finishing off with a couple of big names. First one is Nvidia, which hasn't been able to get out of that falling trend channel that we've had since the September-October period last year. So just the shares sort of nudging the top of that channel, the resistance there towards $138. And while we're waiting for a break of that to take us back up to 150, we have support towards 130. So maybe any dips towards 130 currently regarded as a long opportunity. Finishing on with Tesla, where we hear that Elon Musk has finished his activities at Doge and will return to his desk. That seems to be helping the share price in the sense that we gapped up on Tuesday and looking for further gains above recent resistance around the $350 mark. The initial resistance here around 366, so that needs to be broken. There's a gap to fill just near $400, and I suppose that would be the target for next month, while we're above the recent swing support at 330. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.